I'm now speaking with Addy van den Krommenacker, our nominated designer from the Netherlands. So Addy, congratulations on your nomination with World Fashion Week. It's an absolute honour for me to be speaking with you, and welcome to Indonesia Fashion Week.
Thank you, it's nice to be here. Yeah.
So what does being the nominated designer for the Netherlands with World Fashion Week mean to you?
I felt so honored, and it was such a big challenge to do, and I like the concept, and to be chosen, it's really for me a big honor.
As you know, World Fashion Week's aim is to encourage entrepreneurship and to make people aware of the eradication of poverty and the empowerment of women. So how do you see fashion contributing to these causes?
Yeah, it's nice, like all the fashion weeks I did last year. Every time you're in contact with different culture, you see other people, you encourage people to show them the creative, to be creative, and you can do with your creativity, you can do a lot in the world. You can change a lot, and I'd like to be an example for it. And my career was very special, and I'd like to see to the world, also to countries where fashion isn't the first thing to think of, because there's a lot of poverty, there's everything, but still fashion has to be there, and you have to be creative, and with your creativity you can do a lot for the world.
So it's day 3 of Indonesia Fashion Week. How has your experience been so far?
Yeah, it's so nice to be here, and it's a pity that always if I travel I only have a few days, and because if I'm in another country, and like here in Jakarta, I'm thinking, oh, I have to see the whole city, I have to see the country, and especially Holland and Indonesia, they have special quintessences, so it's very nice to see also the past and the buildings and everything and the culture, and but I think it's a fantastic country. It's so nice to be here, and also on this fashion week, well organized, and people are taking care of you. It's very nice.
It's been a fantastic event, so happy that you're having a great time here. But it seems like you've had an amazing career so far. Last year you had your 10th anniversary, so you had a massive celebration in Amsterdam, which I got the pleasure of seeing last week on YouTube, so it was fantastic to see. How was that feeling of accomplishment for you, to be there and having an entire fashion show dedicated in your honour for the last 10 years? How was that feeling?
Yeah, it was so special, because those 10 years, they went by so quick, and there were a lot of things were happening to me, things I never dreamt of, I never thought it would happen, and so when somebody said, oh, it's 10 years now that you started designing, then I thought, oh my God, there's so much what is happening, so it was very nice that I celebrated it, and I think also it's something special to be aware of and to look after. So it was a very nice evening, and we had a big show, and a lot of people did something special for me, and that's also the point, that you can enjoy what you did in those last 10 years, because every year was special. Every year there was something. When the year started, I was thinking, oh, I don't think this year will be so special as the last year. And every year there was something new, and there was something special, and where I thought in the end of the year, oh my God, everything happened to me.
It's just fallen into place for you, I guess.
Yep.
So you started off owning a clothing store. So how did you make the progression from owning a clothing store to becoming an amazing designer in the Netherlands? So how did that happen?
Yeah, when I was a child, I was always drawing on the kitchen table, and I draw little princesses with beautiful dresses, and I didn't play outside like with the other boys. I didn't like football and everything. It's very cliche, but and then I wanted to be a designer, and my parents didn't like that so much. So I thought, okay, I tried to go and have a job somewhere, and I ended up in fashion, and I learned a lot, and I did courses and everything. And then I started my own shop, and I bought all the beautiful brands. And I wanted to buy for Holland beautiful brands like Donna Karan, Dolce & Gabbana, Versace, the biggest brands. And I managed to do that. But then after years and years, there was still this something in me which I thought I can do more. It's such a pity I don't do my own collection. And then, 10 years ago it started. I just designed I started with a few dresses and a few blouses, and it came into my shop and people were so enthusiastic, and I thought, oh my God, it sells even if it's on the side of Valentino or Dolce & Gabbana, it still sells my own label. And that gave me such a strength and such encouragement that after a year I had my own collection, and then after 3 years Rome invited me to do my first haute couture show abroad, and after that everything happened.
I think I'm so happy that you made that switch, and I'm sure that the rest of the world is as well, because you've had a very successful career. You've shown your collection on America's Next Top Model, which I'm sure would have been an amazing experience for you, which showed in 130 countries. You've dressed celebrities, royalty. You've showcased in at Cannes Film Festival.
Yeah.
And the biggest probably honour, I think, is being knighted by the Queen. So what would you say the highlight of your career has been?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I have a few highlights, but especially number one is when I was knighted. It was so special, it was such a surprise. I never thought of it, it could happen. And then that special day on the 30th of April, when somebody sent me to the major, I was thinking, oh, what is this? And then I didn't expect it, and I really cried. It was really fantastic. And then another highlight were the prizes I got in Rome after my first show in 2007, where I was first nominated, and then I got a prize for Best Foreign Design. And after that started the American Next Top Model, and I did the show, and I dressed Tyra Banks, and I was in the judge as a judge in the program. And when I think when I was young and was all drawing those princesses, and then last year I got the order, the question to design the special wedding dress for Princess Carolina de Bourbon. For me that was such an honor. It's such a special. I never thought I would design a really princess wedding dress, and so this was for me a very big day. I dressed the mother, I dressed her sister, and I dressed another princess. And so that day there were a few creations of me, and it was nice to see them afterwards in the Hello, in the Hola, in all the magazines, and it was a very special day, that day in Florence.
Well, sometimes I think people only have one major highlight in their life, and so you've had quite a few. Do you sometimes pinch yourself in the last 11 years how far you've come and how your career has taken off? Do you just pinch yourself and think, oh my goodness, this is just amazing? Yeah,
it's really and I'd like to be aware of it and to enjoy it. And 10 years when I started to design, I thought, oh, okay, my dream is come true. It took me quite a road, but in the end, I can design my own collection, and then everything happened afterwards. And then I'm learning. I'm very satisfied now, and also last year I was satisfied, the year before, but then every year there came another opportunity. So that's what I'm still in life. I count my blessings, and whatever is happening again, it's nice for me, and the most important thing for me is to make my own creations, to design, and I couldn't live without designing. And to be a designer and to show my designs to the world, that's a special opportunity. And it's such nice to see that in every country, it's the same message that people like my designs and like femininity and the elegancy. And that gives me a lot of strength.
Well, you're going to be showing your collection tonight. What can we expect to be seeing on the runway from you?
Yeah, this year I was really inspired by the 40s, and I'm used for all those 10 years. I did a lot of colors. I always use colors in my collection. I love pink, I love red, I love all the special bright colors. And this time I was thinking, come on, Addy, you're looking for new challenges. So I was thinking, I do a collection without color. And then still it has to be feminine, still it has to be interesting, still you have to look and say, oh, this is nice. So that was my message. And afterwards, when everything was ready, I thought, yeah, okay, Addy, I'm very satisfied. And that's the collection what I show now. So it's only white, silver and black.
I've seen a bit of it actually when I've been in the backstage, so it looks amazing. I can't wait to see it on the runway. Do you still get excited when you showcase on the runway, or are you kind of like, oh, you know, being there, it's, you know, I know what's going on, or do you still have that buzz, that adrenaline rush? No,
it's always exciting. It's always in the beginning. I'm with a fitting, and so I'm very quiet, but then just before the show, you always get that. Okay, I hope everything is okay. And for me, it's always I'm always a little anxious and scared that the technique is losing something, and it happened to me a few times. And then backstage you're there and everybody is dressed, and then the music stops, and then you're really, you have to put up yourself and say, okay, but that's the only thing where I'm always nervous about, because everything can happen. It's life, and it's this is the moment. You have to show what is happening.
I also read that you're doing a documentary. So we're going to be seeing those little snippets in that. Tell me about.
Yeah, the documentary was already on the Dutch television in December, and it was very nice. There was 1 year they followed me, and especially because it was a special year last year. So it was for me difficult when I saw the viewing, and I thought, oh my God, I did a lot this year. And I was really a little... yeah, a few tears came when I saw it the first time, and it was broadcasted in Holland in December, and I got a lot of mails, and people said to me, oh, it's so nice to get just this view behind backstage. And you see, you have a it's not only glamour, your life is really working hard, and really really you have to do something for it to be a designer like you. And it was very nice to show it to the people, and it was very nice that the people got the message that I enjoyed my job, and that I love to work still 40 hours a day and a week, and the message came right to the people.
Well, you are in demand. I know that you're going to be flying to LA very soon for something very exciting. Can you talk about that?
It's very exciting to see what happens, and I had already 2 dresses on the Oscar red carpet and also one on the Golden Globe in the past years, and I already had a Eurovision dress, and so yeah, it's very special. A Cannes dress on the red carpet, and so who knows what happens in a few weeks.
Thank you very much for speaking with me and World Fashion Week, and much looking forward to seeing your collection on the runway very shortly. So congratulations and thank you very much.
Thank you, Bert. Nice to be here, really nice. Yeah.